The Roottrees are dead.
Still?
They didn't come back.
Hmm.
I don't think it's that kind of game.
You mean it's not a Marvel movie?
No, they're not going to be de-snapped.
Oh boy.
So we're playing part two or our part two of The Roottrees Are Dead. We played for about 90 minutes yesterday. The game, to recap what I know so far, is Carl Roottree, the fifth president of the Roottree Candy Company. His wife and his three daughters all died in a plane crash, and there's money up for grabs. I guess it's a lawsuit for the plane crash, but it's their plane, so that's a little unclear. It's unclear who we are, who hired us, but our job is to figure out all the blood relatives and who they are, what their job is, and where they fit on the family tree. So we solved 9. There were 2 I think we were really close to solving, even before we got the info dump, that I just think we missed something. So I really want to review Clark and Ernie Jr., especially now that I've clarified what his second cousin is.
Yes, we went and looked up a bit of genealogy information.
So, so we can.
So, one more, I think it's important here. I think first of all to note, we don't know who we are. We don't know why we're doing this. We're apparently working for some shady lady. Hey, that rhymes. And she doesn't want her involvement known. So spooky.
And I don't know if the money that they're getting is just like a straight lawsuit for the plane company, or if it has to do with that.
Well, is it like
that clause,
like Obra Dinn at the end, like where like everybody gets like an ending, like the insurance company like values their loss and whether or not their family gets paid or whatever.
Right.
But yeah. So I it's well, there's a plot point right that we discovered. It's the Clansid Trust, and it's this ingenious legal device by the original founder of the company that is apparently airtight and means that only full blood relatives get to inherit anything ever, and make sure that the money stays in the family. So yeah, like that's what we're trying to suss out, apparently, who gets the money.
Yep.
All right, so without further ado, let's play.
Let's get into it. Okay, so I want to look back at the facts that we actually go. Can you go to the where we thought that Clark was, the two divorces?
Here. So we thought Clark went here. So we know that Clark was married to or had married to. So yeah, he was divorced from a woman named Jane LaRue.
Right, and then he was. So what I'm thinking, and we have to look back over the names because there was, I don't know if the name on the picture with the Super Bowl debunks this, but my thought was he was married to ? That's the first divorce we see. Then he was married to Jane. That's the second divorce we see, and then his third and current marriage is the third LaRue sister, because there's Diamond LaRue who's married to Jim. There's Jane LaRue, who we've been told is his ex-wife.
Right. So this is somebody LaRue.
Yes.
Because these children are LaRue.
Yes.
We don't know if that's Jane.
And yes, because it says his wife and children. So I'm going to say, my guess right now is that this is the third LaRue sister.
So for now, what we're going to do, let's see. Jane LaRue. There's a Kim LaRue.
Yeah. So I'm gonna guess that this is Jane. And then that's unknown woman, presumably. Jane LaRue's picture we don't have. That's not Jane.
Yeah, that's not Jane. We do have Kim's picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a guess that that's Kim. And we can go back over the evidence.
So if this is Kim, right, and that makes this older child of Kim and younger child of Kim.
Yeah. Yeah, this was the key. For some reason, the multiple divorces were throwing me off so much, and I just assumed that this LaRue person had to be Jane, but that thing with the Super Bowl did not say Jane, it said wife.
We know Katrina's the younger
one. Did you remember that? It's mentioned somewhere. Yeah, yes, when the younger daughter was something. So I think we can put
All
that
work
in.
and no play make the younger daughter something. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the star means that it's assigned somewhere. Yeah? Is that what that is?
We were messing with it, so maybe...
Oh, Jane LaRue is now starred. Yeah, the star means we've already put them somewhere.
Okay, interesting. We can put Clark in.
Well, these were presumably students, right?
Right. I mean, what else could they be? But so far.
And that means that this would be Clark.
Yeah. And Jane remarried. Jane had her own child?
That means that Jane and Clark had a separate
Clark
child.
Had another child. Interesting. Okay.
Who is not a LaRue. Or maybe that's who Kim LaRue is. But why would these children be LaRues if that's not Kim LaRue?
Right. I'm going to stick with this for now.
I feel like we're not supposed to know that that's Kim LaRue.
Let's just put it for now.
But this is the only real place that Clark fits.
Yep. So this is what... We'll probably get more information as we dig in, but I feel okay putting this in for now.
It's a deduction based on the shape of the family tree. It's not a deduction based on the evidence, right? So that's what's giving me pause.
The family tree is evidence, though, don't forget. Like in Obra Dinn, where just the list of, who was from what country was evidence. You fought me with Maba. I was like, well, he's the only one with Polynesian tattoos. He's the only Polynesian. It's got to be him. And you felt like that was cheating.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, there's no. I don't remember if there was another way to identify him with a bunk or something. But
no, yeah, no.
Yeah, Clark Rafferty.
Why can't I remember?
Right there, you had it.
Did I?
I thought I saw him.
Oh, there's a Jacob Rafferty.
No. That could be
the other child.
The other kid, possibly. So we got Clark.
And he was a musician, right? No,
let's just check. He did do music. It was him, and do you remember? It was D and J and D and J.
But then he gave up to be an ad person to make jingles.
Right. Okay, so do advertising?
Yeah. Hey!
Yay! Okay, I knew we could get this. I knew we were just, stumbling on this last time. I was like, we have this. I'm just not thinking about it right. Okay. I just didn't know if this, dog would go marry his ex-wife's sister. Jeez, Clark. Ugh. You look like a creep, sir. Yeah. Okay, good. I feel better. All right, we understand this game. We can game.
Nice.
Okay, so do you want to look at the info dump, or do we want to try to figure out? Let's actually do you want to just take a peek? What's this about? Okay. Sleuth. Do you want to just take a peek at where Ernie Jr. would go, where second cousins could exist, just now that we know?
Okay, he's second cousin of Carl.
Yeah.
So, first cousins of Carl, right, share a grandparent. Carl's grandparent
right there
is this person. Second cousin of Carl shares a great-grandparent.
Right.
Right?
So basically anybody on the chart is in his generation.
Well, unless is a second cousin once removed is a second cousin, aren't they?
I think you're going too crazy.
No,
let's.
Okay, so what do we know about Ernie? Let's check our notes.
Yeah, I don't remember anymore.
Okay.
We had a lot of notes about Ernie, though. We knew a lot about him.
G-Bert.
He was the president, so we were going to say
he was the fourth president. Right, because Carl took over from him.
Can you take the song off the screen?
Can you take the song off the screen?
I don't know. You're at the computer.
This didn't stay on the screen last time.
Yeah, maybe if you hit skip.
Skip.
No.
Last time.
Maybe because you have the settings thing on.
There
we go. Got it. Okay, so Ernie, that's actually Ernie Jr., right? He was Carl's second cousin.
Right.
But that's weird. This is where I get confused because...
Hold on. So we had more about Ernie somewhere.
Unless he's not a
Ernie Roottrees. This is Ernie Jr.
But he's not a Roottrees. He's a Madsen.
He's a Madsen. Right. See, that's why I told you, I was like, oh, we need to start putting question marks on all the Roottrees.
Right.
So Ernie Jr., married to Debbie, has a daughter named Nicole, and is not notable. he has one child, is a second cousin, and is not notable. So here, notable. So this is, hold on. This is an uncle. This is a great uncle or aunt. So, so we can ignore the top leaf because they're not a second cousin. They're a great uncle or aunt.
Right. It's got to be the same line.
This can't be him because it's notable, and this can't be him. No children, 2 children, right? This can't be him because it's notable. This could be him, so maybe.
Married with 1 child.
I'm just gonna put.
Hold on a second. Can I just see? So that's the same line as Carl.
No, it's one above Carl.
Or do they share a great grandparent? This is where you.
Yes, they share a great.
No, because look. Hold on. Can you go back? I just. So there's this. So this, if you're saying this is Ernie, this is Ernie's parent. Making Ernie's grandparent. This, and Ernie doesn't have a great grandparent on here, so we need to make sure somebody on this line, not one above. It has to be the same line.
Oh boy, I this is still confusing me because like, so what do you call that person then?
What do you mean?
Second cousin once removed, like
no, this is a second cousin.
Second cousin only on that one.
So this line, yeah, it has to be the same generation. So look, so this person's a second cousin to like James and Carl and them. Because here's this mystery person. This is the second cousin. Here's the second cousin's parent, right? Here's the second cousin's grandparent, right. And there's the great grandparent. So they share the great grandparent.
I gotta change this because that Carl's death stare is getting to me.
Sorry, Carl.
No, like all right, I gotta give credit. Like a lot of these photos are really cool. Like they're creepy in a good way. I don't know if our audio cut out last time before I got to talk about this thing here. This is cursed. Like, this is cursed in so many ways.
Well, so it could be kind of deliberate to have like this uncanny valley feeling and just like let you know that it's like it's not exactly family that's like one big happy family, you know? Like this, very few of these pictures like give you an impression of like everything's happy. So I feel like it might be just hinting at like a greater like intrigue and backstabbing and things that we might be finding out.
Feels so much like AI made this picture.
Oh, that's okay. I don't care. Can I sit and play the game?
No.
I don't have patience. Okay. So we're looking for second cousins. They should be the same line as Carl. So that's like where your
both of these fit then.
Yeah, so so married ones, one child.
But again, are we supposed to meta off of information? Because we have a picture of this woman. This is her.
That feels a little cheaty.
like we have a picture. So like should we assume that we have a place to put a picture?
But there was another time I thought where we had a picture and no place to put it. Or something. Like where there was somewhere we should have been able to put a picture and there wasn't a place. So maybe you may be right. Let's hold off then. Let's look for a little more evidence. You're probably right, but maybe that I'm like getting into your camp now where I feel like that feels like a little
like
bit
you're not supposed to make that kind of inference. I mean, like,
maybe you are.
Here, let's talk about this picture.
Okay.
The free spirits.
Gwen and the boys. Okay.
So Gwen has 2 children.
Yeah, and
so where to take from this?
These are them. I don't know.
Okay, who's Gwen? We don't know yet. 2 kids. And what is free spirits? So let's start here.
Couldn't make the reunion, so Gwen and those 2 boys are not not in that picture. They were in Paris when this thing happened.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe, although this says this picture's titled "The Free Spirits."
Is it? Wait, where's? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so this is the free spirits.
Carl's the teenager in the middle. Okay. Pipe burst. It's kind of interesting. On the back of the photo, childish print writing. November. there's also a large number of cursive signatures. So we were, like, originally when you read this, you're like, oh, it was in November. But then you pointed out when we were talking after we were playing, there's actually a person named November. And then I would take from it being childish writing that November's the youngest person.
Yes.
November's the creepy doll child in the front next to Carl.
Yes. Or the person who took the photo.
November's a child, so no.
Yeah, November's a child.
Right.
A child can take a photo.
I'm gonna go with the child didn't take the photo. You're going a little crazy now. Next president, Guy Hudson.
All right, so if I were to just go boop that's Carl, right? So I can actually go here to Carl and put this here, and like just illuminate one face.
Sure.
That kind of looks like him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, good job de-aging him, ChatGPT. Anyway. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Stable Diffusion.
You're obnoxious.
I'm very obnoxious.
Okay. See, I care so much more about the gameplay than about, like, what the photos are.
I know.
Okay, can we... the other sticking point with Ernie Madsen was that there needs to be a Madsen above him.
Right, which means that it has to be a female root tree somewhere.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be a blood
So
relative.
so the generation that you're pointing to, the generation...
Like, this needs to be an unknown female. If that's Ernie... Wait, where's... If this is Ernie, then that is an unknown female.
Well, Ernie is the same level as Carl, not above.
Okay, sorry. If this is Ernie...
Right.
Then this is an unknown female.
Right. Well, his dad. Well, not. Can I just? Okay.
Can you what?
I wanted to look at it and
Look
think
at
through it
it.
myself.
Okay.
So,
look at it. Think through it yourself.
Like, if this, you're saying that if this is Ernie Senior.
Right.
And then
that's a female root tree above
this
them.
is it, right. Okay, that's what I just wanted to
Who
so
married a Madsen.
Right.
So like if we go here, right, it's in alphabetical order. Let's find a Madsen who we don't know the name of. Like there's Ernest Madsen. There's a Gwyneth and a
That could be the next
this
generation.
or this would have to be Ernest. Oh no! Oh, I guess this could be a male root tree, and this is a female daughter. This is a daughter of a male root tree here. So that makes this an unknown. If we follow that theory, that's an unknown male. This is an unknown female. This is Ernest Madsen, who is not a root tree, and then that makes this Ernest Madsen Jr.
Okay.
If we follow that theory. If we get three, like before we put in three more, I want to undo that so it doesn't get locked out because I don't want to get that by this inference. But,
okay. Can I switch with you though for a few minutes?
Yeah, you can sit.
Tired of standing. So where do you want to go from here? Do you want to just look, see if there's anything else we can glean from the info dump? We really didn't look at it. Or do we want to Alta Vista the Free Spirits?
Yeah.
Unless that's like a in family name.
Man, slow internet connection today.
Gee. Okay.
28K mode.
So the Free Spirits could just be what they call them. Oops. It could be what they call themselves and not have anything to do with anything, but we might as well try it out. Because it is there, it is in bold text. No,
it's a Free Spirits root tree. I think that's a stretch. I don't think that the search engine is. See, now metagaming about how sophisticated Spider search is, right?
Yeah, I was wondering about putting things in quotes, but I just think it's not going to be that complicated. It shouldn't be that complicated. You shouldn't have to, like you said, So if you're going by your theory of this thing being a clue that's left, so let's just look at Carl's thing. So the Watchman of the Year we read Business Watch. Clothing company Root, I feel like we didn't get like, we really didn't have that much information about it. Carl's wife, Brenda, we got. Brenda retired. She was sewing. We have this cousin Jim, who was a singer. We have that daughter around the same age as Raina. Maybe that's where we, maybe that's the piece that we're supposed to still get from this. Patterns being copied by other brands. I don't understand what that means. So her patterns being copied by other brands. And then they spearheaded Root. So she... Oh, so she... Okay, so she was just...
She's a consultant, and Raina was wearing her stuff, and Raina was an influencer at a young age on the cover of, like Team Meet or Team Blast, whatever.
I don't remember that she was that young. Okay.
Yes.
So Carl funding his entire company with spending his inheritance is really interesting because Carl, 10 years later, is the, 882. So 16 years later, Carl is the president, which means his salary is $4. So that's kind of interesting. Raina became the cover model.
I think you're right. I think, like, the scenes. Jim's daughter is the piece that we have here, right?
Let's just see what Jim's family tree looks like so far. So we have Jim's daughter.
Oh yeah, it's telling us that Jim's daughter's the same age as Raina. Also, is an additional hint as to the ordering of.
I guess, but we don't have it. It's not like 0. So I'm wondering. Okay, but I can't figure anything out.
Like, we're clearly missing, like, pictures of the LaRues, of Jim and Diamond LaRue. Maybe let's Google LaRue. Like, maybe, like we also, like, don't have, like, priorities for the third sister.
Yeah, I also want to look up that Super Bowl ad again because, like I said at the time, I was just really, like, assuming hard that was Jane. So I might have missed a detail.
So Jane's introduced Jim and Diamond duo is Ariana.
No, he did that. Diamond Dazzles we looked up. Other items I can find it. Cherry Tree.
We never looked at the album names.
So Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Essentially became a recluse. Okay. Cherry Tree.
We could also check the music magazine.
Good point. Yeah. One thing I just realized I'm forgetting is that I'm forgetting that you can
Cherry Tree album or Cherry Tree.
I don't know. I guess I'm thinking it's like a regular search engine where more detail hurts. One thing I keep forgetting that would be good for me to remember. Oh, okay. See, this is a little counterintuitive.
Yeah.
What it's saying is one thing I keep forgetting, and I probably will continue to forget, is like we found that out the music magazine, based on like Jim's album, right? I keep forgetting, like, oh, and now that I have that magazine, I can go search other things in it, and I think that's something I'm gonna have to keep reminding myself.
Yeah.
96, so that's a very recent album to this game, to this time frame.
Right, because we're in 98 right now.
Yeah, return to form. Hard to find. Selling bootlegs, okay. Music Commerce website claims to sell the albums, but it's sold out. You do find a short sample called Sun. Interesting, you add it to the evidence. So Cherry Tree album, and then what was the other one called? Sound
of Laughter.
Okay. Let me just do that and then we'll go at the evidence we just got. Word looked not right for a second. Okay, so that didn't work. Do we want to look in the periodical?
Or maybe just Sound of Laughter. Maybe that one is
worth trying. Yes, something funky. But I think I did. Oh, see, this is yeah, a little blip.
Yeah, like that's weird. That because
it's inconsistent. So that would be that could be really frustrating if you missed it because of that.
Right. One thing I'm noticing though, I think the developer's intention when he tells you that something is too general, it means you're on the right track. Like
versus no search results.
Yeah, like okay. You know, what was the other? What was the name of the other album?
Cherry Tree.
Cherry Tree. Oh, Cherry Tree. There's lots of results about foliage, right? Like that's a custom kind of response from the game as opposed to there's no results.
Okay.
Or it's like
okay, that's a hint to like try something.
Like maybe something more specific.
Okay, yeah, I wish I would have maybe realized that in the beginning and tested that out.
Well, because I think that happens most frequently when you look up like was it 5? Whatever the name of the candy?
Oh, jeez. Be five pieces.
The 5 pieces, or when you look up root tree, it's like,
Right.
well, like we have lots of things about root trees.
Okay, that's a really good observation. So, some basic liner notes exist on a Jim Roottrees fan page, and it states that the lyrics and guitar are credited to Jim Roottrees, okay? And the backup vocals are credited to Diamond LaRue. So there's nothing we don't know.
I think that the Chesty LaRue thing is a Simpsons joke.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We looked up LaRue already, right?
We did. That's where we started.
Did we look up Rafferty LaRue? Because that seems like a thing.
Rafferty LaRue?
Because it's like, oh, I wonder if we could look it up on the business one, because wasn't it their...
It's their ad firm.
Yeah.
The Rafferty LaRue.
I'm going to look it up in the business thing, just down here.
I wish this would autofill the periodicals you've discovered.
Yeah, it's like, I wish there were like a little drop down. I guess that's, that would be not of the time, but it would be nice for a little drop down of the ones you've discovered, because now I have to remember...
1996 had select boxes, but this not in the library green screen system.
It would be a big quality of life improvement, I think, or at least maybe to update these post-it notes.
I mean,
something like that.
This periodicals app was clearly written with curses. The C library called curses. I don't think that had autocomplete.
Is it Business Watch?
Business Watch, something like that.
I hope it doesn't have to be the Business Watch. And then what were we gonna look up again?
Business
Rafferty.
Watch.
Let me just look up Rafferty and see what we get. Test your theory about the specific versus non-specific. Many company focus often on company presidents. I mean,
Rafferty.
okay. Do we need like this? This is where we are
Do
frustrated.
you remember the name of his company?
I thought it was Rafferty or it had something. We can look it up. What's his? Let me just look up. What is his name? Clark.
Clark Rafferty.
Okay. I just keep thinking like Clark Griswold. That's how I remember. Be funny if it was like what's his name? So we wanted to look up his. Where was his company name?
In our notes.
Ooh. Okay. Which are important now. We can also for whatever you can name these pages. I thought, yeah, we can name these tabs if we want. Oh, periodicals. There we go. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. That's helpful because if I had to remember, that would be.
It'd be nice if you clicked on it if it autofilled it though into the thing.
Yeah, I think so. Son of Laughter, we already have that. Jim says, okay, it's not this. Oh, Clark, youngest is Katrina. Raffertunes.
Raffertunes. All right, so Leah, let's look up Raffertunes.
We can look it up on both.
I think DShmoo takes good notes.
Yeah. Okay, Raffertunes. Doesn't seem like the kind of industry that Business Watch is into, but it's worth a try.
Nope.
Okay.
But we can look up Raffertunes, like in like Spider Search.
Modern.
Or Modern Music Monthly.
Well, I'm here. Yeah.
It's an advertising firm. I don't know.
Whatever. It does music. Takes 2 seconds. I just don't want to miss anything, you know? We might have looked up Raffertunes last time, and that's how we got,
Then we got Gene Logo.
the Super Bowl ad info, but let's check it out.
Yeah, that's how we understood.
Yeah. His wife and the children. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I feel like this maybe we should just let's look around because I'm feeling a little bit stuck. I don't know if I can.
Oh, well, we got new evidence. Look at the new evidence we got. Just done.
It is in here. Oh, cherry tree. See, sometimes I'm not yet 100% comfortable with what goes in what folder here. I guess like this is an album, so it makes sense, but it's to me it's not like I haven't absorbed it yet. Son. So that means this is written after Wolf was born.
No. It's about his father, who we never knew.
Oh, that's right. Did not have a full version. Okay, a short preview. There blazed a spark of light that ever brightly shone from her starting days, imparting wisdom to conquer life unknown. Though someday she'd depart, and part I'd never be alone. In my heart, I'll always be the son of. You can actually listen to it.
spark of light that ever brightly shone.
Sounds like
Starting days and
what's his name?
wisdom.
Troubadours.
Someday she depart in part. I'd never be alone. In my heart I'll always be the son.
The son of who?
Is it going to rhyme with own? You know what I mean?
Shown, unknown, alone.
Oh yeah, something own. That's his mom.
His mom's name is...
I'm just curious to see if there's anyone whose last name. Well, it's gonna take me a while to figure this out, but see if anybody's an own.
I'll always be the son of Bean.
I think we just look at the first and last.
Oh,
name.
we had We know Debbie already. Debbie's somewhere else. Debbie is
Debbie's Ernie's wife, but we didn't do Ernie. Like we didn't connect it.
Jones.
Patricia Jones or Brian Jones? Okay.
You're in the wrong part. You're in the wrong part of the family tree, by the way. This is Jim. Oh no, this is James.
Jim. Yeah.
I'm wrong.
His father's a root tree, theoretically, right? If he's a root tree.
Oh wait, no. Carl never knew his father.
Okay.
I mean, not Carl. Which one never knew their father?
Clark?
No.
Well,
no. Oh no. Rafferty never knew their father. His father had to have been a root tree. He's a root tree.
Yeah. So he's a root tree, so his wife. So his wife could be a Jones. Alright. I'm just curious.
Mother.
His mother, yeah, sorry. So his wife could be a Jones, could be his mother, sorry. His mother could be a Jones. I don't see any like first names that are end in own. Okay. But then it's a little throwing me off a little bit that there's more than one Jones. You know? Because there's this person, like his mother is like not, you know what I mean? She's not connected to anyone. But that doesn't really mean anything either way.
I still find it weird. Like, we got his whole...
And if you notice, this is a 0.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's interesting about it.
It means we already have the information.
I guess. Right. Stephanie Jones. Let me check Stephanie Jones out. She looks way too young to be... This is too modern a photo.
This is a handwritten note. Flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. Butler County Times.
What does that mean 22 years later? 22 years later than what?
I guess...
22 years after being born in some weird way?
I suppose. Carl, I know we don't always see eye to eye. But if you could talk to the girls, his girls, about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the eyes your daughters bring. Don't let our conflicts spread to the next generation. CM.
So if you want to look up what CM is. Oh, you can listen to this too.
Oh, that's neat.
That's really cool.
Right, come back to that.
Yeah, I don't have patience for it right now.
Maybe we'll outro on rolling on down to the city.
I wanted to look up who CM could be, right? Caroline Morden.
You already passed one. You're going too fast.
Okay, excuse me. It was a Caroline. No, that was the first one. Caroline Morden. That's it. That's the only CM. So it's a note from Caroline Morden. Someone was brought into life like in an unconventional way. So it could be like the adoption or like this adoption. And there's a picture of this unknown blood relative. So this could be, and then you know, like an unconventional way, because like there was a divorce, there was an adoption. I think we also saw somewhere that there was like a dashed line that we felt was like out of wedlock or something. I don't know where that is, but right? We kind of, yeah, over here we were thinking that this might be
the out of wedlock one that like
they wanted
RR tried to cut out of the...
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I have anything else, but I'm thinking. Okay, miscellaneous, I think we're done. Okay, nothing jumping out there. I don't know where. Oh, maybe it's.
I feel like the spirits is too much information right now.
Yeah. Okay. So where do I'm not sure where to go from here. Unless maybe we should go back over something. I feel like we should be able to figure out
Elias Jr.
Well, so Elias Jr. is going to be this generation.
Right.
Was he a notable?
I don't think so.
So I don't think there are any notables this generation. No. So Elias Jr. obviously is going to be this generation.
Yeah. That generation is hinted by the names of the original candies. Which we don't have. That's why there's still like a 5 on the candy ad.
Yeah, but is the candy ad yeah, I'm not very good at this. So are these the current names? But the current names are not.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because they said so the originals were named after the original 5 children. And the current flavors have changed. So does that mean that these are so part of me would before I saw that these names don't really seem to make sense, I would have said, oh, so these names are now somebody else's initials. You know what I mean?
There's no other set of 5 anymore.
Right. It's interesting that this one is not a maple leaf. You know what I mean? That's kind of strange.
That one's not a real root tree.
Yeah. Well, look, may not be. We've evolved. What even is an elderberry anyway? So
elderberry.
So that means maybe EB is going to be, or E, right? So that'll be the last junior.
I mean, that.
Thanks a lot, ad.
Elderberry, I mean, you could, something elderberry 5 pieces.
Okay.
Or maybe like the 5 old flavors are like hidden in like 5 different places.
I don't know. What are we playing? Welcome to the game. So like, okay, so 5.
I mean, it depends on where being traced.
5 pieces.
Elderberry.
These are rich people, man. I don't know. They've got resources. 5 pieces elderberry.
Well, elderberry for Elias or something, right?
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's the first 2 letters. That would make sense.
Right.
So that gives us exactly
0.
Nothing. All right. Cool.
Zippo. Nada.
But see, it's 5 pieces of evidence. That's what drives me crazy. So I feel like, so maybe these names are maybe BLCH. POSOVE. Those could be names. Like I was thinking initials, but BLCHVE. Let's just take a look at the names.
There's no other group of 5. Is there? No one else has 5 children. And it would have to have been like a president of the company.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it has to do with the president. Okay.
Or maybe it's the 5 presidents of the company. No, that doesn't. That won't. That already doesn't work because we already know Carl is one. So even if Carl is for chocolate,
okay.
Ernie Jr. is not represented.
All right. Okay. I think we got as far as we could with this, with the Diamond Dazzlers thing. Clark is the one who never met his father.
I think I'm still like I know it's probably not. May not be stopping us from getting like other stuff, but I'm still not satisfied how we got Dick Himlaroo, and that we're missing like 2 pictures of James and 1 picture of Diamond.
Did we look up? We looked up James Roottrees in that, right?
I don't know.
We had to. That's where we found. I don't know. Let me just go in here and see what we got. And they were Diamond Dazzlers and the C. Did we ever look up the C plus J plus?
Yeah.
Did we ever do that? Like, what was it? I want to get it right.
C.
Because if I get it wrong, I'll be messed up. C plus J, C and J.
Plus J and D.
Okay.
C and J plus J and D.
Maybe established is not case sensitive, but that's something.
these times.
These times listed under skip it. Ugh. And 2 of the LaRue sisters. Interesting. Oh, duh. Jane and Diamond. Okay. Actually, times under the name. These times. Okay.
But wait, slow down. Because, like, so we should look up these times, and we should also just look up the LaRue sisters.
It's not capitalized, but sure. So should I look up these times here, or we should?
We'll look up both here.
Same thing.
Okay. And look up the LaRue sisters.
So when these search results are like a summary of all the results you found. Okay, so now I'm gonna
Something them.
spider search.
The LaRue sisters. I think, like, I want to get that thing tiny in the road.
The LaRue sisters weren't like famous, I don't think. So yeah.
We'll try the LaRue sisters. It says 2. No, it says like including 2 of the LaRue sisters, so people who know who they are.
Did we ever look up Kim LaRue?
Who's Kim LaRue?
How did people do these stocky things before there was good internet?
Hey.
I heard Dazzler. Was from Jim's cousin, that's Clark, Diamond's sister.
After a blazing fast 35-minute download, the title track is also available. Nice.
Okay. So I guess we have to listen to it?
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, so album cover. So I think it's very cool to be able to listen
These
to
are some of our
things.
missing pictures. Right?
Yeah, it's so weird. I just, for some reason, just wasn't thinking of them being, like, singers in this era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Backup vocals by the LaRues. Do we look it up like that? The LaRues?
No, we could.
Okay. Do you think there's anything like... Or was it an S?
And modern music made things first.
It's kind of a bop. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, you know what this is giving me? It's giving me major
But we don't know which one is Jim.
I mean, we know because we have another picture of him.
That one's him?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can tell him. Okay.
I'm assuming the one next to him is his wife.
Choose this one?
Yes.
And then it was Clark.
So now we have a picture of Jane LaRue. Yeah, that's Clark. And we have a picture of Jane LaRue.
Jane.
I'm feeling a little better. So now we're just missing one picture of Clark, which is probably in that family photo.
Mm-hmm.
And James
Well, we
too.
gotta figure out also who Gwendolyn is, because then we'll figure out who her boys are, because they're who's in that picture.
Right. But it's neither of these guys. Because Gwendolyn has 2 boys. And these are both only children.
Right. A lot of only children in this generation, actually. You know? They're all, like... all these first cousins are all only children. Yeah.
Did I spit out that this original song is giving me major We Happy Few vibes?
It's not for me, because it's not Britishy, but, I mean... Sure.
It's of that era.
Okay. So, look, Team Black still has a lot. See, this is... Oh, look, importance is a special ranking for your evidence. So is that
Hey, it's explaining it.
By far the most. We'll have research online. Oh, okay. Not a mistake. Take a close look. Alright. There's an importance? I don't know.
The list of notables is still important. That's fine.
Right.
The campaign mailer is the next most important thing. See, I feel like you could you could really pigeonhole on this though.
Well, so I mean, you got to make something of the fact that this dude is black, right?
Right.
But her name is so she's,
She's Stephanie Jones. So her father is a Jones.
Or is this guy Jones? Like she doesn't say she's not married.
Yeah.
Like she could be. I know she's only 22, but
Yeah, he could be Jones.
I feel like CM must be her mother, maybe?
So CM is like a first cousin, you think?
Yeah. So CM is going to be... If we go down this road, CM is this generation, Carl's generation, with at least one daughter who's like married and has a kid.
And had a weird childhood. So this is candidate number 1 right there.
This one?
Yeah.
So that would mean this is CM.
Right.
Then this is a divorce. But then who's...
Oh no, CM could be the wife. That could be a Roottrees.
So this could be CM.
Right.
And then what I don't understand is I'm a little confused about this situation because this is... So who adopted this child? Or were these two... I'm just a little confused about what this means. Like, is this person married to this person now?
Yes, I think so.
It is confusing. So this is a divorce. This person is now married to this person.
Who then adopted.
Adopted or had out of wedlock?
No, adopted, I think. Because there's a solid line from the divorce.
I'm confused then.
So here.
Oh, okay, wait. So these two had a child. Oh, so this person was adopted out of the family. So this person? Is that what
That person seems to have married the father, though.
Do they?
Or married the parent. And adopted her.
I am a little confused, honestly. I am a little confused.
The solid line seems to indicate that they are a child of a divorced couple. The line from the divorce to the adoption seems to indicate that, like, that was a marriage.
See why?
Like, the icon is only talking about how the child came into being, not what the relationship between the parents are.
If you say so. It's not clear to me, but... What is it? Is the key? It doesn't say anything about it. It just says guardian, married, divorced, guardian, adoption, or otherwise. It's kind of weird. Like, it's weird that here it means divorce, but there's nothing indicating any kind of marriage here.
I mean, the line indicates marriage. Like, if this person just adopted... Oops, sorry. Hold on. Oop. If this person just adopted this person without marrying it, then this line would not be here.
This line?
This line. The one that goes from the divorce to the...
Okay. All right.
Because that connects the other parent.
Okay.
So that's option 1 for Stephanie Jones. Let's go to the right and see if there's other options for Stephanie Jones that are weird.
Yeah, that's the only
Not it. It's the only one that's weird.
Kind of funky. I mean, but I'm assuming, like, my assumption that I'm making is that the person writing this, like, oh, help my daughter, help.
It's of my daughter.
Is going to be his generation, and the daughter is their generation. Because otherwise, why would they care? Do you know what I mean? Like, or their generation. Because otherwise, why would their influence matter if she were, like, older or...
Right.
Okay, so we're going to say, so she was, the adopted girl is Stephanie Jones?
This is Stephanie Jones.
She's like,
I'm zoom in a little. For all the viewers out there.
Okay. Stephanie Jones. But then remember we were saying that Jones was the mother of who wrote the song about the mother? Jim. Yeah. There's several Joneses. Stephanie Jones is not even on the list.
So, okay.
Okay, so she's...
So that's her. Maybe it's Stephanie something else. CM.
Let's have a see. Hold on. Maybe we should look up Stephanie Jones then.
Yeah, let's look up Stephanie Jones in the the Butler County Times. The 21st annual Putnam County Times.
See, don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. That's what makes me really think that it's...
Right, so CM is the same generation as Carl.
Yeah, and the dot, and yeah, so that's, I think that's accurate. Times?
Yeah, and I'll also note there's another reference to Butler County earlier, really early on, when we were reading about the Clancy Trust.
She won her election.
Yeah.
Born Stephanie Landon.
Married to Brian Jones.
Okay. Grew up in a home without a father. My mother and her partner had entirely female influence. Her mother is Carol. Okay. This is where I want to write on a piece of paper, but we're doing this.
Okay.
Do we have anything about her yet? Nothing.
No.
Right?
Alright, so CM equals Caroline.
And that was Madsen. We already had kind of gotten that, right? Right?
I think so. Well, wait. I don't remember getting that.
Okay, Caroline.
Just say it's Caroline M.
Mother of
Stephanie
Landon.
Yeah, married to Brian Jones.
Married to Brian Jones. Jones.
And what did she win the election for?
Hang on. Has female partner essentially, or has a wife.
Wait, where was that? Oh, it has partner under.
Yeah, she had a female influence. She was raised
right
here. Brian Jones is a business owner.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
My mother and partner had a female influence.
Oh, Carl's homophobic.
Thanks.
I completely glazed over that.
Are you sure? Might not be. Might be why they had that. Might not be why they had that thing. Has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies regarding deforestation of indigenous trees to expand their maple farms. Unlike my mother, I'm not a fighter. I want to bring love into the world. So, Caroline Roundtree is a fighter.
No, wait, hold on.
Do you think Caroline might be not her mother?
One of them is a fighter.
Okay. But she
had two mothers.
No, but she doesn't call them her mother. She says my mother and her partner. Doesn't call her mother. Don't put words in her mouth. Election results. She won her election.
Caroline's a local artist.
Caroline, local artist. I think we can fill this in.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
go. Let's go here. Okay.
Right.
So this is Stephanie.
Right.
Okay. Stephanie Landon. Cool. Here you go, Stephanie Landon.
She's a politician.
She won her election. Correct. Politics.
And we have a picture of her.
That's so true. I didn't snap it.
Boop, boop.
I don't know how we figured out that was how you take pictures. It just was kind of intuitive. Okay, Stephanie Landon. And then this is what's his
Brian
name?
Jones.
This is the hubby. And then the kid is another Jones, apparently. Be right, probably.
Does not exist yet.
Brian Jones. Oh, I see. He doesn't. Okay, so this is very current then that has not had the baby yet.
Right. So then
this is her mom.
Well, her blood relative to the Roottrees.
This is a non-blood relative. This is the partner.
I don't know which is which, honestly. Her mom is the Roottree. So yeah. So has to be Caroline, right?
Right, and this is Madsen that helps us with Ernie. Because isn't she Madsen? Okay, let's just see. Didn't we say she was Caroline Madsen? Nope.
We did not.
I am a liar. Caroline Morden. Okay.
She's the only Caroline? Yeah, she's the only CM. But I feel better about doing this now.
Yes, Caroline Morden, and she was
an artist.
An artist.
So we should actually look her up in the newspaper.
Okay, hang on. And this was the original spouse.
That's the father.
Right, and then this is the partner.
Yes.
So then this is a Morden. So this is going to be a female blood relative. So unknown female. Right? Unknown.
Wait, no, we don't know when the Morden started, do we? Oh no, that's a root tree. This is a root tree, right? Up at the top.
I would, yeah, it has to be a root tree.
But that may have become Morden.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know if like the
But then we'd have like a lot of Mordens. I don't know. We'll see.
I
You
don't
may
know
be
if-
right.
if-
Okay, let's just not make too many assumptions.
Yeah, let's take it slow.
So we are gonna look up Caroline Morden. So we can look her up a couple different ways.
Mordor.
Just in case.
E flat.
Okay, so that's another hint that she's a lesbian. Parents and friend. Oh, that doesn't necessarily mean she's.
It's a real group, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering why it's like parents, like, you know what I mean? Because she's the one who's gay, right? I don't know if I'm reading. I might be just reading too much into it. There was something else with Caroline too.
Newspaper clipping.
Wait, there's something else with Caroline. I think referencing one of these evidence things.
She might be in the picture.
Yeah. Art, top billing, image of Caroline, sweet. Sculpture or mermaid? Caroline standing next to her sculpture, Atlantis' burden. Maybe you could put that up. Art. Oh, we have a book.
Hey.
Let me copy this for now because I'm going to forget.
Yeah, we can actually look up the book. We know the book name and the author name. That is the first time we have that.
Yep. Or the first time I noticed that we have it. According to a quote further down, Atlantis' burden is meant to symbolize a society split by indecision over whether women should be equals or something to protect. Interesting. I like that. Okay.
We have a picture.
About page? Was it under picture? No, this is what it was saying. This was going to replace the first time. Newspaper clipping. Okay. So Caroline. Okay. Caroline.
And we're one away from a confirmation.
So we wanted to look at the book now.
Yeah.
This is a...
I mean, all this might give us the spouse information.
Yeah, and there'd be just like, oh, the, like, credit.
Yeah. Caroline Mordor. I took the quotes out of the...
Let's just see, just to get an idea. Let's test it out. Let's see.
Take out the new line also.
What I do?
It let you do a new line.
Okay.
Hey, developer. Trim white space.
Here we go. 1987, soft color. Dedicated to Eloise and Stephanie. So Stephanie, we know, is her daughter.
Eloise is her partner.
Yeah, I'm going to say so. Centerpiece is a series of full-color nude self-portraits.
Her sister Gwendolyn and her cousin Bonnie.
They've not been added to your evidence. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to put in her partner right now. I'm not going to have to do that. But sister, Gwendolyn? I know like a few people with G names.
Wait.
Cousin.
I'm not confident that you...
Bonnie? What do you mean?
I'm not confident that you spelled that right.
That's what I asked. Gwendoline. I'm just saying like that so I remember how to spell it. That's why I asked, because I know that like a few of them. These names are all spelled crazy.
It's a family name.
Cousin Bonnie gave up on dreams to settle for boring men. Oh, wait, hold on. You skipped me ahead. In the intro, Caroline talks about influences. She was one of the youngest in her generation. That's not how it looks on the map. But their marriages led her to double down on her passions, art, and the environment. Married a man who's the opposite of boring, which was an overcorrection. Environment. Father Zach.
1 second.
Marriage to Mark. The only thing she gave her was a daughter.
Wait, hold on. We got a lot here. That also, her brother-in-law is Dr. Wilson. So Gwendolyn or Bonnie married somebody named Dr. Wilson.
Oh, I missed
who she thinks is completely bogus.
Okay, hold on. Brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson. Give me a second.
This was a rich search.
Yeah, this is really cool. Almost OP. Brooklyn's Dr. Wilson.
OP.
Ex-husband is Mark. And we had one more name too, right? Her
Eloise.
father, Zach.
Right.
Alright. I was gonna put Eloise in right away, so I didn't really do it, but yeah, father is Zach.
Partner is Eloise.
Partner Eloise. Okay. I think that's what we have, so let's put in what we can do. So her husband, this is the husband.
It's gonna be Mark Morden.
Mark Morden.
Mark Mordor.
Mark, not Madsen, not Monroe.
Unless her father is Zach Morden.
Huh. Maybe, he'll be Landon. Because the daughter is Landon. Mark Landon.
Oh yeah, Mark Landon. There you go.
Okay.
And then Eloise is the partner.
Eloise doesn't even have a last name.
Right. It's okay.
Weird. Sorry, Eloise.
She's like Madonna.
Father.
Zach
something. Probably Morden. If we're following usual, like, classic.
Or the only Zach in the list. Zachariah
Morden. And we don't know what he does.
Well, now we can look him up.
She has just one sibling.
Right.
Who we know is
Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn, and then Dr. Wilson. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So she might be Wilson, so I'm just going to write down to Wilson. Nope.
No, all right, so I think it's consistent in using maiden names.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So here's Gwendoline, Roottrees, and this is...
Dr. Wilson.
Someone Wilson. We don't know which Wilson.
Mr. Wilson.
There's another Zach. There's a Zach Wilson, but that would be a weird coincidence. All right, and this person is we don't need to know if they're a doctor. That's an interesting.
But there's a picture.
Yeah.
Bless you.
And first cousin Bonnie. So there's a Bonnie on this tree
Somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to the notes real quick. Phil Carter, mother of Stephanie, married to Brian Jones, sister Gwendolyn, cousin Bonnie, ex-husband, father, Zach, partner Eloise.
I mean, we could try and look up Atlantis' burden, but I don't think it's going to give us anything else.
Yeah, it kind of like led us to where we got. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Should we want to look up Gwendolyn Roottrees? Or should we look up Dr. Wilson? And then, I want to look up Dr. Wilson in the Butler County, whatever. Because, like, it could be a small town that only has one doctor, and maybe he did something notable.
Open space.
Sorry, it's probably on my phone.
Yeah, I feel like this is a stretch.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Okay.
What about Zachariah Morden?
I like that you can hit enter and it will search. So maybe we need to go back to the photo now. Right?
Which in?
The family photo.
Who's here?
Caroline's here. So this is probably all that I don't know what generation.
Gwendoline is here.
Gwendoline is here. Gwyneth is here. Jim Roottrees. Were you able to figure out who Jim Roottrees is based on?
James Roottrees, we know who he is.
This looks like him, right? Or can we go with that or not really?
I mean, I think so, but like, we don't have to. Let's focus on the females.
Okay.
All right, who are the females in this picture?
Cousin Bonnie. Next president, Guy Hudson. So presidents. Hold on. The presidents. We have one is Elias Senior. 2 is question mark. 3 is question mark. 4 is
Ernie Jr.
5 5 is Carl. So one of these is Guy Hudson.
Yeah, I imagine
Probably here, because that was right.
It's 1970.
Yeah, so it's probably here, because it wouldn't be right after. You'd imagine there was somebody from the generation above this that was number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just focus on the females, because one of these it gives us a triplet.
Actually, let's count and verify that November is a person.
Well, that's what I'm. Well, November may have taken the photo too.
Let's just count. Why would you write the number?
There's 4 women in this photo.
Okay, Bonnie, Caroline, Gwyneth, Gwendolyn. Miracle Jr., I have no idea.
So Miracle Jr. must be a man.
This could be a woman.
It looks kind of like a man to me, but
Looks like a woman to me. Then we have men. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you're saying 8, so 7 or 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Miracle Jr. kind of has to be a boy, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm gonna go with this as a woman then. There's not enough men for this to be a man. Do you see what I mean?
That makes November in the picture and the girl.
I think so. I'm really confident. The cursive signatures, they all signed themselves. So the person who had childless print writing would be the only child. So this is November.
But it's all on the back.
What? Huh?
Oh, okay, never mind.
They all signed. They autographed it.
They all autographed.
So that's who's in this picture, including November, who's a child. So November is a child.
Yes, that's November.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that this older woman is not the one we're looking for in 1970.
What do you mean? It's 1970 and she's pregnant. 22 years later, she's having her own baby. So that means that she was born in 76, right?
Yeah.
So let me just make...
when was the article dated?
Oh, good. Now I gotta go find it.
Yeah, probably.
No, but it wouldn't have been when she ran for whatever. Is it on here? It's on here, isn't it? No, I don't remember. It was in
the Butler County Times.
History will be amazing. It might even have a date, but...
I maintain that this is why Netflix won the browser wars.
Netflix?
Netscape. Netflix.
Born Landon. No, it doesn't say. She's a distant cousin of the Roottrees. I don't know about all that. Oh, maybe the Roottrees sisters.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was looking at. The year. So Caroline Morden.
The Roottrees sisters, I hear they're dead.
So Stephanie Landon. Let me go back. I'm just going to name this like Morden or something for now. Stephanie.
What are you trying to do?
Just let me take my note. Born in 76 question mark. Okay?
Okay, sure.
Just to keep an eye, and Stephanie's not in the photo. The photo it's from the 70s, it's not from 1970, right?
That could be her mother was pregnant in the photo.
That's what I'm saying. It kind of looks like her, but I don't know if it's too on the nose, being that like, oh, they're both pregnant, they're related. I'm wanting to do that.
She's the only one old enough to be the mother.
You don't think this lady's?
No.
So you think she's older? I don't know. I don't know how much stock we can take on. I guess so. They're saying Carl's a teenager. I don't. With these images, another thing with these images, other than like this girl that we're seeing in November being really
that
short.
Could be her right next to Carl.
That's what I'm saying. But other than her being really short, I don't know that I can like gauge. This really looks like Jim to me, though. Is that Jim?
Wearing a Burger King crown.
Yeah, I don't know what he's wearing. It really looks like him to me. I don't know if I want.
I want to eliminate it from the evidence.
Would it tell me if I'm wrong?
It wouldn't lock it out until we get a triplet.
Alright, so I'm going to put that in.
just to like close that loop. To me, that just looks like him. So.
And Clark is in the picture too.
Oh yeah,
So
Clark. No,
presumably we should be able to like.
this is Clark. That's Clark has like very strong eyebrows. Could that be Clark? I think that's Jim. Clark?
Wrong hair color.
Clark?
Is it him behind Carl?
The mustache? I don't know. Or is that Clark and I'm mixing him up? That looks like Jim.
That definitely looks like Jim.
That doesn't look like the right face shape.
Wait, are you looking at Jim or Clark?
Clark. We're trying to...
I wish I could side-by-side photos.
Yeah, like, well, maybe we could... I can't move that up anymore is the thing. Maybe like this one. Oh, maybe if I snap it?
Yeah, snap it and we could side-by-side it like that. It's annoying, but...
So who are the potentials? This guy?
Actually, that kind of looks like him.
I think that's it. This is the only one that really... That's the closest one. Which I hate, like, making decisions like that. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
but that looks like him.
I hate being like, yeah, this kind of looks like him. That's him versus him. Yeah. Right? The strong eyebrows.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Okay.
I mean, if we could figure out the picture for Caroline, then like we're actually kind of golden. That's the only thing.
So, well, Caroline, we have a picture of, right? So let's see what we just did then.
Wait.
We have Caroline. She's like redheaded.
Wait, is Caroline in? Wait, close that for a second.
Caroline's in it, I think.
No, but there isn't a second picture of Caroline.
This is her picture.
No, I'm saying there's no place to put a second picture, so she can't be in that photo. Oh, she is in that photo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
There's been other times when we had more pictures though than spots. But do we see her in this picture? Maybe her. Let me just do that to just open it up. Where was it? Where's the other?
The her and her.
Kind of looks right.
I don't buy that.
The curly hair.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
The eyes look the same. Okay.
I don't.
Okay, then we won't. There's nothing to do with it anyway.
Yeah.
So November. The thing is, they're not the young. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say November should be all the way to the right, but it doesn't really work that way.
No, they're not on the same line.
It depends on the parents. No, but November should be maybe the youngest of all these cousins.
Right, but it's not.
Right, but if her parents are older, no, I'm just saying.
It only works if they're physically connected by one line.
I understand. I'm just trying to think. Clark Rafferty's
First wife.
parent has a picture too. Yeah, I don't know who the first wife is either. Kind of weird. Gotta be another Rafferty. Let me just take a look, just out of curiosity, how many other Raffertys are. There's no other female. Oh, because it goes by maiden name, so I really don't know. Chris and Jacob Rafferty.
Well, that's his parents.
His
parents is a Chris or Jacob Rafferty.
And so is his child?
Grandchild. I don't know, child.
Yeah, this is Rafferty also.
His one child with Jane.
Yeah.
Which we still haven't fully fleshed out, I guess.
Here's an idea for you. We could start Googling the notables. I don't think we did all of them.
No, we definitely didn't.
So Roottrees sisters we've looked into. Carl we've looked into. Liza and Gwyneth we've looked into. Want to look up Gwyn, Red, Lauren, and Miracle, right?
Okay.
An actress.
Active in the 1950s. Highly publicized divorce.
Said Quinn, actress. Give me the two shows.
Divorce.
You said that like black and white, like. Guys Like Us in Christmas Mission, and she's a granddaughter of Elias.
Shouldn't have been named Roottrees, but took her mother's famous name. I'm just gonna copy all this right now because it's just too much to retype.
Yep.
Okay. But let's just see who else was divorced.
Was
She was
a
granddaughter of Elias would be the same generation as Clark, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, this is this generation.
Yes. Famously divorced.
Famously divorced. Okay.
Okay, so start at the left. You're killing me that you're in the middle.
I know. I wish you could like really pop out and see the whole thing, but then it would be different.
Okay. Not
Nobody's
divorced, not divorced, not divorced. Not divorced, not divorced, not divorced. Not the mama. Divorced. And notable. That's got to be her.
Okay. Sweet. Wait, I get her picture yet. Gwen.
Yes, this is
Gwen
Gwen Roottrees.
Roottrees, and she stays as a Roottrees.
Scroll up.
Gwen Roottrees. She's an actress. Actor.
Yep.
Okay, and we got a picture of her.
She's pretty.
Pretty Gwen.
A real Betty.
Widely circulated old photo. Gwen.
Ding.
Great, great, great. Did we get the other Clark one? Does it look like the Clark?
I don't
Wasn't
think that,
Clark?
No, that wasn't Clark.
Okay. You wearing Clark? Okay, the yellow and potential word the yellow.
You're listening to WRTD.
Yellow outline, I think,
It's
is
time
locked.
for your headlines every hour on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottrees' belongings have apparently gone missing. Most notably, a framed photo of the Roottree family from the mid-1970s that Carl had on his office wall.
Done.
We interviewed a local
Interesting.
psychologist about who would do such a thing and why.
So that was not
For that
authorized.
article, search online for WRTD News. Again, that's WRTD.
I like that. Just so you remember. So that photo is in the mid-70s, which comports with that being the pregnant lady being your mom, which I guess we figured out. Yeah, see, this is incorrect. Okay. What did we find out? So it's interesting. So the person who she made like, oh, I'm just gonna go to Carl's office and get you some stuff.
But she broke in. She stole stuff.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay, so
Is that a newspaper?
No. Search it.
Okay.
You still remember what it is?
Well, he said it twice, luckily. I wonder if you replay that. It might be in the recap.
Investigative jazz.
Well, I guess that's what we're listening to. We're listening to investigative jazz. That's cool. A picture taken of Carl's office and promised an interview online with a psychologist. During the interview, it wasn't a break-in. Someone with a key. Okay, mysterious door lady has a key. Close to the family. The culprit had an alternate agenda, specifically because no one in the family has come forward. Okay. The comment below the article says, don't believe their lies. This is just another instance of the Roottrees curse being a real true thing. I bet you Carl was murdered and the picture had evidence on it.
Roottrees curse. Let's go.
I cannot imagine that picture has evidence, like, other than just, like, figuring who's who. Because that's, like...
I mean, it might
the
have,
photo is a curse.
it might have implications to the Lazarette.
Yeah. Okay, conspiracy. Carl and Brennan, the girls, it makes 5 new deaths. Okay, so there's been other deaths. I've read things that like people were past tense, or like the fact that 3 of the presidents have been Carl's generation.
Yeah.
That leads me to believe like people be dying. Yeah, 3 of the 5 presidents have died mysteriously. What I just said. Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1988. I just wanna. Where's the president's page? Where it at? Okay.
Just name that presidents.
Yeah. President Hunt's presidents. So died. What was it? 1988.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Then Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down. Okay. Then Carl died in a plane crash. Another entry claims that you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5 pieces wrapper, it creates a Mayan ruby skull. That's funny. Okay, the post before that has a link to sites that talks about how the Earth has 4-corner, simultaneous 4-day time cubes. Okay, so some of these people are really wacky. It's kind of the things where you have to like sort through. And
so we're doing our own research is what's happening now. Do your own research. Okay?
Right. So now it's like, okay.
I'm not saying the Roottrees family is part of the Jewish space laser cabal, but do your research.
Do your own research. Right. Okay. Let's finish reading this article.
Okay. Yes.
So Chris Raff. So Chris Rafferty. We don't know who that is yet. At prodigy.net. Ask him to take down his site with fake proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. But they said he stepped.
Well, that Chris Rafferty is probably Ernie. Wait, Chris Rafferty is.
Well, it's Clark Rafferty. So someone dealing with Clark Rafferty on that line. But what I don't know, Chris Raff 75, so maybe he was born in 75, which would make him maybe Clark's son. Just who knows? But this is just a question mark. But the thing is, what was I saying? So they say Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down, but he stepped down and died.
Apparently.
Possibly poisoned.
I wonder if Operation RT-29 is a thing.
Blurry picture for True Candy Factory. It's funny.
All right.
All images and ideas by Thomas Overwood.
Yeah, so let's. Okay,
so you want to?
I want to drive a little bit.
Okay. You can look up the conspiracy theories.
Ooh, excellent. Yay. Yeah, we need to get a second chair. Okay, so I'm just gonna.
Mayan Ruby Skull.
We're not gonna look up Mayan Ruby Skull today.
Oh yeah, that's one of the ones that's probably BS. That's right.
All right, here I'll make you happy.
Oh, yeah.
Easter eggs. Come on, give me Easter eggs.
That'd be funny. Oh, there you go. So I like this. This is cool. Like, it is a thing that's like out there.
Is this
BS.
Is this an Obra Dinn reference? Is this an Obra Dinn Easter egg? Like a ship that capsized, like with something that kind of looks like an egg? Did they steal mermaid eggs? Put them in their lazarette?
Maybe they did. Nothing good can happen when you do that.
No. Spoilers. Actually, it's not really a spoiler because there are no mermaid eggs in the lazarette, I think. Oh wait, okay, there might be one.
There's a chest or something.
Yeah, there may or may not be. Spoilers. Ooh, scrambled photos.
GeoCities.
Okay. Copyright. Like, yeah, it's spelled incorrect. So
it's not bright.
Not the brightest like bulb.
Beyonce.
Yeah. Oh, but this is my website from the 1990s. A bunch of gifts that say under construction.
Yeah. His fiance Lulu.
Like his fiends.
Right.
3 different images cut and pasted in abstract pattern. Photo collage widget to explore family tree. So Davy, Bethany, and Stephanie.
Okay, so we got Stephanie. So this has got to be Clark's kid.
Yeah, this has got to be
He's
Clark's.
the next generation.
Okay. So this is Chris Rafferty cousins.
Okay, let's put in Chris Rafferty on the timeline when you get a second.
Yeah, sure.
I think we can confidently.
Anything else here? Fiance Lulu.
Cousins, let me see what's individual.
Yeah, it's good. We're gonna have to do a sliding tile puzzle. I think we'll see. So come back here. So this is Lulu, presumably. Louisa.
I feel good about that. Sure. This guy seems like kind of a dumbass. So.
He is a dumbass. He's in college. Go Tartans.
Right. He can't spell.
Yeah.
And just doesn't seem right with it. Is he still a student at this point?
He's a college student.
Okay, so I think next we should look at the photos.
Yeah, let's take a look what we got here.
I'm really excited because we started this. I was like, like Chris Rafferty, I gotta figure it out. Clark Rafferty, I gotta figure them out. Looking like a 90s hottie.
I mean,
Just kidding. Okay.
I mean, he's got the haircut and everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, so we have, I forgot. So, but now we have like his whole family tree.
Isabella and Luisa.
There's Lisa. There's Chris. Good, we got a whole family tree going.
Kind of looks like his father.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
All right, and then
We gotta look at his pics because he's got cousin pics, right?
yeah. Cousins 3 scrambled. Yeah.
That's funny. I like that. I like that little break to like. Do a little.
Oh, it's literally a sliding tile puzzle. I called it. Okay.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
abstract art.
Merp. 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 It is not meant to be terribly challenging, which is good.
Yeah, because if I had to spend like several minutes on that, I'd be annoyed. The third. Okay.
So this is one of the cousins.
Okay. And one of the cousins is going to be Stephanie.
Ugh.
This guy's staring into my soul. I like that they're all a little different. Like the puzzles. It's not the same puzzle more than once. I appreciate. Okay. There's another one of them might be Davy, I guess. I'll look back to that else. And this was so he said whose yearbook it was, so that's this person.
Okay.
This is whoever's yearbook it is.
Okay. So your notes. Bethany's yearbook picture.
Davy, Bethany, and Stephanie. Okay. So Davy's the ginger.
Yeah.
Stephanie's the other one. And
But we don't know where they are, except that they're
that bottom
We that-
generation.
and there's only 2 of them.
We don't know if they're not. We don't know if they're like siblings or not. We don't really know anything.
We know Davy and Bethany are siblings.
Do we?
Yes. This. Here. Bethany's.
Oh,
yearbook.
I just missed that little aside. Okay, so we give a set of 2.
All right. But we don't know where.
Mm-hmm. It says one place for set of 2 on all the way on the left, and then go to the right.
All right. I still have lots of conspiracy theory stuff here.
Okay. All right. So we have a couple spots. We'll choose spots to go.
I'm not finished looking at conspiracy theories. All right, Mayan Ruby Skull. Let me just. I'm gonna make more room on this page.
Yeah. I don't think we even need mine Ruby Skull anyway.
No, you do not disrespect the Mayan Ruby Skull. And
Maybe we should Google Arnie Man's.
yeah, hang on, we're getting there. Okay.
Oh, interesting. The owner claims that although the proof looked quite credible, he knows it was fake because he's an expert in creating fake evidence. So what is the
Awesome.
owner? The owner of the site?
That'd be Thomas Overwood. We will get to. Okay. Here, let's see what kind of conspiracy theory nonsense this is.
I like this. I like that like we're going in like all these different directions, like family photo and like 4chan and like whatever. More chemicals.
Sure. Oh, you.
We already searched it.
Okay.
So this is garbage.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
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 You know what?
Yeah.
We didn't know though.
Let's find some more family dirt. Thomas Overwood, tell us all you know about the Roottrees. You seem obsessed with them.
You want to get what's rain on.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. So that's a dead end.
Yeah, but I kind of like this. It's kind of funny, you know. Like just
I mean, if there weren't any dead ends, it'd be like way too
yeah, no,
straightforward.
but I like this. I like that it's like, oh, there's a little bit of truth hidden among these like wacky conspiracy theories, and
Yeah, we're hitting up on the 90-minute mark.
well, I mean, I think we can do whatever we want.
Can we now?
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea of the 90-minute limit was to like not try to binge it in one sitting. Like that it benefits you to like leave and come back to it. Like if you're stuck.
It did benefit
yes,
us to leave it.
for sure. But we were feeling stuck at that point. I think.
Yeah, no, we're making progress.
Yeah,
but,
so I don't feel like we need a break.
But,
You and I think we beat the Return of the Obra Dinn in one sitting.
Yeah.
I don't think we moved from the couch. After I played for like an hour and then I restarted with you, we just like blasted through.
But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a new video.
Okay.
Okay. Bye YouTube.
Do you like the video? Like it? Or you dislike it? Dislike it?
Okay. High fives all around. All right. Be right back.